there, this is Galzeerah from Galzeerah Fitness, and this is a beginner to intermediate yoga workout. We'll do a little bit of strengthening, some core stability. This is not a super high intensity workout. I do not plan on doing any burpees today. This is a brand new video camera, and I haven't recorded in this space yet, so I hope it works out and I hope the audio is good, but we'll see what happens. Follow along. I'll try to offer you some modifications if anything's a little too tricky. You should not push through pain. Things can be challenging, but it shouldn't hurt. So get some water, get your yoga mat, and let's get started. We'll start at the top of the mat. Let's inhale, bring both arms up. Oh, exhale, push them down. And again, big inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale down. I just spent the last hour and a half raking leaves. Exhale, arms down. So I am sore because I spent over an hour yesterday, but the lawn looks good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, which should be good for this video because I'm sore, so I probably won't get too crazy and actually make it truly beginner to intermediate. Good. At some point I want to do a yoga chair workout for folks that need a real beginner level. That's awesome. I want to encourage people at all stages and levels of fitness that you can exercise and you can improve your fitness level wherever you are. All right, one more big inhale and exhale. All right, bring the arms up halfway. Inhale, center, exhale, twist from the waist. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. And inhale, center, exhale, twist. Traditionally, yoga breath is in through the nose, out through the nose. Sometimes I breathe out through the mouth just to expel nervous tension or to give it a good effort. So this is one of my earlier videos and I think I'm nervous and excited, so that's why you hear me going a lot. All right, let's go. The top of the mat, you already were, I have to correct myself. Inhale, lift the arms. Now exhale, this time we're going to fold from the hips, dive forward, bend your knees if you need to, and hang out down here for a moment. If your hands can touch the floor, great. If not, have them on your thighs, knees, shins, wherever they reach. Just get a nice stretch breathing into the back, breathing into your hamstring muscles. One more inhale. And exhale, relaxing into this forward fold. Now inhale, fingertips towards the floor, touching the floor or on the shins, flat back. So we're looking forward a little bit, straightening the spine, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, start rolling up. You can walk your hands up your legs if you need to. We're going to round the spine up and stack everything up on top of itself. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Dive out, hands to thighs, knees, shins, feet, floor, wherever you're comfortable. Inhale, face looks up, flat back, bend your knees if you need to modify, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll the spine, coming all the way up, and exhale, shoulders back and down. Let's add on. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, flat back. Now, exhale, hands down. Bring the feet back behind you into a tall plank. If this is too much, please put your knees down. We're just going to hold this plank for 2 breaths. Try to keep everything in a nice straight alignment. Good. Now bend the knees if you need to. We're going to inhale, exhale. This is classic yoga pose, hover, or chaturanga. We're coming down to the mat, holding. Put your knees down if you need to. building strength in the upper body, and then relax down. On your next inhale, upward dog or cobra to prepare or to modify. So we're going to just gently push the hands into the mat, lift the neck, and start to arch your upper back. If you feel tight, just hang out here. If you need a little more, what you can do is start pushing with the arms, straightening the elbows. Just make sure that if you do come up all the way into upward dog, that you're getting a lot of extension, so backward bending. It's coming from your upper spine first. So you're trying to extend from your neck, open your chest, pull your shoulder blades down and back, and not just hinge from your lower back, if that makes sense. Think of your vertebrae as a strand of pearls, and you want all the pearls lying on the table in a curve so that you're not just bending the necklace at one point. That's called hinging. We're trying to curve each little segment so that everything takes some of this movement. So we don't irritate the low back, and also so we try to get the flexibility into the upper back, where most of us need it. All right, that's enough anatomy lecture for now. We're going to dig the toes in. You can either come back onto your knees into child's pose, wherever you feel comfortable getting a stretch, or keep the knees up, come into downward facing dog. So here we're pushing through the hands, keep those fingers active. Nice wide shoulders. Keep your deep breathing going. Heels may not touch the floor, and that is okay, my friend. Try to straighten the knees, but if you need to bend for comfort, feel free. All sorts of modifications. All right, from downward dog, stay here. Let's bend one knee. If you're doing child's pose, just hang out. And then bend the other knee, just alternating. Bend, bend, let the heel lift when you bend. So we're just walking in place. Walk the dog. Feels good on the back. Gets the joints and the feet and toes moving. And keep that breathing going. Good work. All right. Back to downward dog, or still in child's pose. Inhale. Look up towards your hands. And then exhale. Carefully step. Or you can jump if you're ambitious. I'm going to step because I'm sore from raking. Bring the feet up between the hands. Inhale. Face looks up. Hello, bookshelf. And exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, round the spine. We're coming back up to standing. And exhale, shoulder blades down and back. That was your first vinyasa flow. I don't know all of the original Hindi words in yoga, but I've picked up a few of them. So if you ever hear me mispronounce or say the wrong name for something, please leave a comment below and correct me. All right, let's add on with some warrior poses to build a little strength in the legs. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Don't hit your head on a bookshelf. This is a tight space. Inhale, flat back, lift. Exhale, hands down, step or jump the feet back into a high plank or knees down. We're going to inhale, exhale, hover. Hold a moment, and then inhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. Remember, get each vertebrae moving. So you're not just hinging at your lower back. Exhale, dig the toes in, child's pose or downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, look up towards the hands. Let's start with the right foot. You can do either, but I'm going to say right first so I remember where we are. Right foot comes up between the hands. Now, left leg can stay straight. If you need to modify, put that left knee down. If you have knee pain, you can even use a little cushion right under the knee or even under the shin. So either knee down, knee up for a little more challenge, coming up into a lunge. So arms overhead, if that's too much, have them right in front of your chest in prayer position. And again, you can also have the knee down to make it a little easier. Whatever you choose, Let's hang out here. Maybe 5 to 10 breaths. Something like that. I don't always count precisely when I'm working with my clients at my real job. They say, how many should I do? And I go, I don't know, 5 or 10 of them until you get tired. Just want to feel even on both sides. Whatever modification you're using, my friend, make sure you breathe deep. Expand the belly, expand the ribs. And feel the strength in the leg, especially that right leg in the front. Should feel the quad wobble a little bit. Quads are the second largest, most powerful muscle group in the body after the glutes. That's why we like to do a lot of squats and lunges. Keep both groups strong. Protect your back. Use those hips, use those legs. If your arms are up or even down here, try not to shrug your shoulders. Keep those shoulder blades pinned down. Good posture. All right, one more breath. We're going to inhale. Exhale, fold forward, bring the hands down, and let's step that right leg back into a plank. Drop the knees if you need to. We're going to hover. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Getting extension through the upper spine first. Ooh, got a nice click there. And we're going to dig the toes in, come back into downward dog. If you get clicks and pops when you're just moving normally and you're not forcing joints to do anything weird, that's okay. Just try not to wrench the joint and force it to pop. If it just happens naturally, that's great. Inhale, look up towards the hands. Exhale, left foot comes up. Remember, leave your back knee down. If you need a little more help with balance, you can always hold the chair too, or a couch, or a bookcase. We're going to inhale, bring the arms overhead, or in prayer position. We're going to hang out here. We got to do both sides. Want to be even. Deep breaths. Got to get that left quad going. Make sure that front knee is tracking over your heel. You should be able to see your big toe. Maybe your second, maybe your third, but don't let it fall inwards. So not this way. That's a good way to irritate everything. Keep that knee going outwards. Keep the shoulder blades pinned down. Tuck the chin. I don't have a real prominent chin anyway, and I'm always trying to tuck that chin because it's so good for the neck posture. So if I look funny, hey, we're doing something productive. So tuck the chin, shoulder blades down, breathing through the ribs, through the belly. Nice work. All right, one more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, and we'll step that left leg back into a plank. You can keep your knees down, and let's actually come down onto the forearms. So knees up for more challenge, knees down to make it easier. And we're just going to hold a standard plank. Deep breaths here. Try to keep everything lined up. If your butt's up in the air, that's not doing any harm. It's just a modification. I'd rather you do this. That's not hurting anything to modify. Or put your knees down. What we really don't want is the low back sagging. So pick your level where you can have decent technique without losing your form in order to make it happen. When we're trying something that's not yet within our grasp, we compromise our technique, and then we're more prone to A, not get as much benefit out of it, and B, also likely to injure ourselves. So always work within your level. job. Again, knees down if you need to modify. One more breath. And exhale. Put the weight down. Nice job. All right, we're going to inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, toes in, downward facing dog. Take a moment, catch your breath. And then inhale, look up towards the hands. Step or jump the feet up. And we're going to just inhale, bring the arms overhead, and carefully come all the way up. Get a quick drink of water if you need to. We're going to do a balance exercise next. If your balance is really shaky, please be safe. Have a hand ready to touch a wall or a chair. This is tree pose. So we're going to balance first on the right leg. Actually, I'll mirror you, so right leg. Bring the left leg up. Either put the foot on the shin, well not the shin, but the side of the lower leg, or above the knee. Please don't put pressure right on that knee on the side. Hold on to a chair if you need to, otherwise hands come to prayer position. If you need more, bring those arms overhead. I'll have to figure out the best space as I make more and more videos. I know the frame is, you're seeing my feet clearly, and I think the top of my head's getting cut off, but that's okay. You can follow along. You know what we're doing. If you need more challenge yet, my friends, close your eyes. That's a lot harder. Vision is 1/3 of our powers of balance, along with the inner ear, so your vestibular system in there, and your feet and nerves, your joints in the lower body and core tell you what's going on. Most of us tend to over-rely on our vision for balance. Good, nice strong tree pose. Your back is nice and straight, lined up. Ooh, a little wobble is okay. Good. All right, let's change legs. Bring the other leg up, either to the shin or above the knee. Don't put pressure right on the knee. We call that a valgus force. Even though it's very gentle, that's the sort of thing that can, at high speeds or high impact, tear a meniscus. So we just don't even want light pressure there. All right, let's come into our hand position, either prayer position or one hand on a supportive object. If that's too easy but you need a little help, try just one finger on the wall or chair. Arms overhead for more challenge, eyes closed for more challenge. And again, some wobble is good. Wobbling means you are getting better at balance. It's doing something for you. Safe but wobbly. Like all good dance moves, safe but wobbly. Good, keep breathing. Nice tall spine. Tree pose. Trees wobble, they sway in the wind. In the wind of a balance exercise. Good. All right, bring the feet down. Very good job, my friends. We're going to do another standing series. We did lunges, so now we're going to do warrior. Warrior 2, I believe it's called. Otherwise known as proud warrior. Again, if you people, some of you really know yoga terms, correct me if I have them mixed up. We're going to inhale at the top of the mat. Exhale, dive forward. Hands to the thighs, knees, shins, floor. You're probably more flexible now than you were when we started. Let's inhale, look forward, exhale, feet back, plank position or knees down, come down and hover, inhale, up dog or cobra, exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog or child's pose. Remember that this is an option instead of down dog. Inhale, look up towards the hands, bring the right foot forward. we're going to come up into our lunge. You can have your knee down at first if you need to. We do need to lift it because we're going to turn that back leg out to the side. So your front leg, the toes are pointed directly in front. So if we were on a compass, that'd be going north. But your back leg, that foot, the toes are facing west. We're going to bring the arms up side to side. Again, if you need help with balance, touch the wall or a chair with one finger or just hold on, don't fall over. So we're going to bend that front knee, get those shoulder blades down and back, and we're just stretching the arms out. If this is too much, if you have any shoulder pain, hands in prayer position, otherwise arms out. And if you want, you can look over your front fingers. Proud warrior. I always imagine I have a sword. I'm in a deep lunge with my sword like a proud warrior. We don't need swords. The body is the weapon. In the war, to have good health and fitness, the body is the weapon. Oh, God help us. We all need help with our health and fitness. No matter what stage or age we are, gotta keep moving, keep working at it. No matter what challenges you're facing, you can always, always optimize your quality of life. You might not do exactly what anyone else does, but you can always do something to make positive changes. Must be the warrior pose that brings out the inspirational speeches. Good. One more breath, my friends. Should really feel that front knee working. Again, make sure that knee's not collapsing inwards. It should be rolling out to the side. You should be able to see your big toe. Maybe toe number 2. One more inhale. All right, exhale. We're going to come out of that. So step that back leg in, hands to the floor. Both legs back. Inhale. Exhale. Hover. Knees down to modify. Inhale, cobra or up dog. We must do the other side. Dig the toes in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up towards the hands. Step the left leg up. I'm going to turn my back on you. Do not be offended. So we're going to come up into a lunge briefly and then rotate the back foot out. Again, if you're following along the same side as me, left toes are facing north, if that were a compass that we're standing on. This time, your right toes are facing east. Bring the arms up, shoulder blades down, or hands in prayer posture. Bend that front knee a little more for more challenge. If you want, and you have the arms out, turn your head to the front. Fierce warrior gaze over those front fingers. Practice your Clint Eastwood stare. Deep breath. Nice tall posture. Feel that front quad activate. Again, you should be able to look down and see your big toe. And even toe number 2 and maybe even 3 if you get really wild. Good. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Don't shrug. Good work, my friends. Big inhale and exhale. We're going to come out of the warrior pose. So bend your front knee, kick that back leg in, hands come down. Or if you need to modify and come down a little more step by step, that's fine. Okay. Coming into a tall plank. We're going to lower onto the forearms again. Knees down to modify. One more long plank. Getting a little core work in here. Planks are freaking awesome. They work so many muscles together in coordination. If you were to only pick one exercise to do daily, I could make a strong case that plank would be a great option. You get your abs going, your obliques, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your adductors, inner thigh muscles, abductors a little bit, everything around the shoulder girdle. It's a good investment. It doesn't take long to work a lot of muscles. It's also very gentle. It doesn't seem gentle, but if you think about it, you're not moving any joints. You're just holding, so it's easy on joint problems. Very safe, as long as you remember, don't let the butt sag down. Nobody wants a saggy butt. Good. Whew, all right, relax. We're going to inhale, cobra or up dog. Must be the adrenaline. I'm getting sillier. All right, dig the toes in, downward dog. I'm going to try to wrap up this workout in 10 more minutes. So we'll do a little more dedicated core work and then have plenty of time for stretching. So bring the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, flat back, face looks forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll your spine. And shoulder blades down and back. I'm getting water real quick. I advise you to do the same. Shake it out. This is, again, a good little kind of starter / intermediate yoga workout. We're not doing anything too crazy, but we are hitting a lot of lower body, little upper body strength, posture, balance, and core. So that's my intention, is to bring a little more universally appealing workout. At this point, this is when my channel's new, and the only other yoga video so far is a fairly brutal 50-minute power yoga with a bunch of almost like HIIT type stuff, little cardio bursts. Great, but not necessarily for beginners yet. So I want this one to be a little more universal, beginner / intermediate. Or even if you've been doing yoga and you're fairly fit, this is good just to kind of align everything. Maybe nice to do at the end of a busy day. Or if you have spent 2.5 hours raking leaves over the last 24 hours, good to just gently work everything and stretch it all out so you feel better the next day. All right, my friends, a little more core work. We are coming down onto our backs with the knees bent. We're going to do a bridge. FYI, with the bridge, the closer your heels come in towards your bottom, it's going to be more work on your quads. So heels in close, work the quads. The further your feet are out away from you, the harder it is on your hamstrings. I'm not saying one is right or wrong, but just know if you're getting crampy in your hamstrings, bend your knees more. If your quads are firing really hard and you're getting sore there, put them out further and mix it up. That way you have different muscle groups getting hit a little differently every time. So the bridge, basic bridge. We're going to have the feet somewhere along that spectrum we just talked about. Feet together is a lot harder. You have to fight harder for balance. So feet out a little bit. We're going to tighten the belly muscles, so lock those abdominals. Pelvic tilt, so what you're doing is pushing the small of your back down into the mat. If you had a bowl of popcorn on your lap, you would be tilting it, so the kernels, the popcorn goodness would roll towards your mouth. I'm very popcorn motivated. That works for me. Also think about a dog tucking its tail under. That's a different exercise, but I always do pelvic tilt before the bridge to keep my back safe. Recommend it. Arms can be at your sides. You can push the triceps down, hands, palms down. I like to have my palms up just for posture because we're tight in the chest usually. So palms up for me. We're going to tighten, so pelvic tilt, and then lift the hips. So if you get pain with this, just stay very low. And again, we're just going to do a hold. We'll do 3 long holds. If you need more, you bring those hips up higher. It can feel like strain. You should feel effort in the buttocks, the low back a little bit, the legs. But if it hurts, please come down a little. Nice job. Deep breaths. Never hold your breath. Unless you're underwater. Then you should. Unless you have scuba gear. And exhale. Lower down, one vertebra at a time, and release that pelvic tilt. So without the tilt, you should have a little gap between your back and the mat. That's your normal lumbar curve. If you have arthritis or back problems, you may have lost some of that curve. That's okay. Work with what you got. Again, pelvic tilt. Make that curve disappear. Tighten your stomach. Lift the hips wherever you can tolerate it. Should feel like work, but no sharp pain. Deep breathing. We can add on to bridge today, just basic, but there's all sorts of stuff you can do as you get more advanced. You can always add a little march, one knee and then the other, trying to keep your pelvis level. You can bring the legs out and in, do arm stuff, go ahead and lower down. But again, today, for the sake of being beginner to intermediate friendly, or just kind of a more recovery day, we're going to keep it simple. One more, my friend. Pelvic tilt. Lift the hips just as high as you can without pain and just challenge. You want the glutes to be on fire, just moderately. A moderate glute fire. Just like a controlled bonfire. But not running amok, not catching the whole woods on fire. Be in control. Good. Alright, slowly lower. Ooh, beautiful work. One last core exercise and then we'll just stretch. And I think we'll run over, probably be about a 35-minute workout, but hopefully worth it. Okay, come on up into sitting. We're going to end with a boat pose. So either keep your heels down, lean back, trying to keep your back fairly straight. It will round a little bit, and that's okay. But for the most part, straight, and definitely shoulders down. If you need more, heels come off the mat and balance. If you need even more, legs straight. And again, want to feel challenge but not pain. 3 more breaths. Very good. All right, release that. Nice work. All right, we did all the real tricky stuff. We're just going to stretch, hit the major muscle groups. Let's come facing the front of the mat. And we'll start with some stretching for the hips. So we're going to bend one knee, the other leg. We're going to try to keep the foot flat. You may feel a stretch in your outer hip here. If you need more, you cross it over and hug the knee in. We're stretching the hip oblique and the IT band. So again, if this is too much, just stay here and tilt it a little bit. And again, if I'm not offering a modification for you and you're having pain in whatever 2 or 3 ways I mentioned, do something else. I am not the end-all be-all authority for your personal health and fitness. This is just a general guide. So feel free to just say, Galzeerah, none of those options work. I hate them all. They all hurt. I'm doing something different. Because I do that. Sometimes I watch other YouTubers to get new ideas or just not have to think so hard. Let's switch. Sometimes I don't like what they're doing, so I'll do my own thing. So again, either a little tilt here or cross right over. That should feel like a nice stretch deep in that outer buttock. Piriformis, if you've ever had sciatica. It's an umbrella term, but often people talk about sciatica meaning a muscle dysfunction with a little hip muscle deep in here that learns to be nasty and spasm all the time and then pinches your nerve. So keep it stretched, keep it limber, keep it happy, keep it secret, keep it safe. All the adrenaline brings out my geeky side. All right, inner thigh stretch, couple options. Cobbler's pose. Feet together, bring the heels in as far as you can. Let the knees fall open as far as you can. But again, no pain. We just want a nice stretch. You can lean forward. That's one option. The other option, we're coming out into a wide, almost split. And we're gonna keep the feet flexed, toes up towards the ceiling, and then walk forward a little bit. So either option should feel like a good deep stretch. You would not want to sit here and watch a movie this way, but a 30-second commercial would be all right. Some people can get their chest on the floor. I'm not one of them, and I don't have any aspiration to be. But you just want to feel that nice stretch in the inner thigh, whatever version you're doing. So hip adductors, there are, depending who you count as an adductor, because some do multiple jobs, about 6 of them on either side. This also stretches your pelvic floor muscles, which is a topic for another day, but you don't want them to be tight and spasmy either. Good. All right, let's come up out of either that or the cobbler's pose. Come to a cross-legged position. We're going to bring one arm overhead. Reach over to the side and hold. Should just feel a nice tension here. If you need more, opposite hand goes to the opposite knee. Stretching the low back. Deep breathing. I live in northern New England, and it is early November, so I just got all my leaves raked up. We don't have a huge lawn, but it takes about 2 to 3 hours to do all the raking. So I feel very accomplished. I'm a type A, so I like getting stuff done. Good. All right, let's switch. Inhale, arm overhead. If you want more, opposite arm to opposite knee. But it is just beautiful out there. This is, again, my first video on this camera, which was an early Christmas gift from my loving husband. So as I get more comfortable and I understand what its audio capabilities are, I'll try filming outside. I wanted to today because I wanted to show off my nice lawn. Good. All right, my friends, just 2 more stretches. We're going to bring the feet out in front. Knees are as straight as you can make them. Hands behind. If you feel a stretch in your hamstrings and you're having trouble keeping those knees down, stay right here. If you need more, we're going to hinge from the hips. You can have the hands on the knees, shins, or feet if you need more. And just hold and breathe. Get those hamstrings. There's a lot of other stretches, but this just covers a few of the big muscle groups we worked today. At some point I'll make a video that's all stretching. Just give you some of my pet favorite exercises for stretching. Ones that do multiple muscle groups at the same time. I'm all about being efficient. All right, my friends, let's come up to standing. One more stretch. We're just going to stretch the chest. Bring the hands behind the back. Try to straighten your elbows. If you need a little more, you bring the hands up away from the butt. If that's too much, keep them down. You just want to feel a stretch through the chest and through the front of the arms. Keep breathing. I'm closing in. Thank you very much for doing this intermediate / beginner friendly yoga workout from Galzeerah Fitness. Again, this is pretty early on in my attempt at a YouTube fitness channel. I hope to bring you many more. My goal is to give you at least 1 new video a month, indefinitely, for the rest of my life. But I work in this field. I work in the field of fitness and physical rehab. And I love to share this knowledge and hopefully help everybody achieve a better quality of life and better fitness level no matter where you're at. Shake it out. Thank you, my friends. Great job. Have a wonderful day and be well.